In the heart of the Serengeti, under the blazing African sun, lay the golden plains that stretched endlessly to the horizon. This vast expanse of land was home to many creatures, but none as majestic and revered as Leo, the lion. Leo was not just any lion. He was the king of his pride, a large group that roamed these lands. With his flowing mane and piercing amber eyes, Leo was the epitome of strength and leadership. Yet despite his formidable presence, Leo had always been different from other lions. From a young age, he was taught the art of hunting and the necessity of asserting dominance. However, Leo's mother, Luna, a wise and gentle lioness, imparted a different wisdom upon him. "Seek peace and avoid conflict whenever you can," she would often whisper. These words, though simple, carried a profound weight and stayed with Leo as he grew. The plains were not just home to Leo's pride, but also to other animal herds and rival lion prides. These other prides often viewed each other as threats, leading to bloody battles over territory and resources. But Leo, influenced by Luna's teachings, sought a different path. He believed that there was enough space and prey for everyone if only they could coexist peacefully. One sweltering afternoon, as the pride rested under the shade of an acacia tree, a scout returned with troubling news. A rival pride, led by the fierce lion Scar, was encroaching upon their territory. Scar was known for his ruthless tactics and unquenchable thirst for power. His pride had grown larger and stronger, and rumors of their conquests spread fear among the other inhabitants of the Serengeti. Leo knew that a confrontation with Scar was inevitable. His pride members, anxious and fearful, looked to him for guidance. They were ready to fight, to protect their home and loved ones. However, Leo was torn. He remembered his mother's words and the lessons of peace she had instilled in him. Could there be another way to resolve this impending conflict without bloodshed? That night, Leo lay awake under the starlit sky, contemplating his next move. He realized that if he was to avoid a war, he needed to understand Scar's motivations and find a way to communicate. Early the next morning, with a heavy heart and a determined spirit, Leo set out alone to meet Scar, hoping to find a peaceful solution. Leo's journey to Scar's territory was fraught with danger. The plains were treacherous, filled with hidden predators and other threats. But Leo moved with purpose, his mind focused on the mission at hand. As he approached the boundary of Scar's territory, he was met by a group of Scar's lionesses, their eyes filled with suspicion and hostility. They growled and barred his way, but Leo, standing tall, requested an audience with their leader. Scar, intrigued by Leo's audacity, agreed to meet him. The two lions faced each other, a stark contrast in appearance and demeanor. Scar's mane was dark and unkempt, his eyes cold and calculating. Leo, in contrast, exuded a calm strength, his gaze steady and resolute. "Why have you come here, Leo?" Scar's voice was a low growl, filled with mistrust. "I've come to talk, Scar, to find a way to avoid unnecessary bloodshed," Leo replied, his tone calm but firm. Scar laughed, a harsh, mocking sound. "You think words can solve what strength and power decide? I believe that true strength lies in the ability to seek peace, not just in wielding power," Leo countered. "Our prides do not need to be enemies. We can share these lands, hunt together, and coexist." Scar's eyes narrowed, and for a moment, silence hung heavy between them. Then, with a flick of his tail, he turned away. "You speak of dreams, Leo, but dreams do not survive in the harsh reality of the Serengeti. Go back to your pride and prepare for what is to come." Leo returned to his pride, his heart heavy with the knowledge that his attempt at peace had failed. But he had planted a seed, a small glimmer of hope that perhaps, in time, even Scar could see the value in his words. Days turned into weeks, and the tension between the two prides grew palpable. Scar's pride began to encroach further into Leo's territory, testing the boundaries and the patience of Leo's pride members. Skirmishes broke out, but Leo held his ground, urging his pride to show restraint. One fateful day, the situation reached a boiling point. A group of Scar's lions had cornered a young lioness from Leo's pride, and a fierce battle seemed inevitable. Leo, sensing the urgency, rushed to the scene. With a mighty roar, he placed himself between the two groups, his presence commanding attention and respect. "This is not the way," Leo's voice rang out. "There is no need for this violence. We can resolve this through dialogue and understanding." Scar, who had arrived to witness the confrontation, sneered. "You're a fool, Leo. Your weakness will be your downfall. Leo stood his ground, his gaze unwavering. Strength is not in how much we can destroy, but in how much we can protect and preserve. You have a choice, Scar. Continue this path of destruction, or join me in building a future where our prides can thrive together. Scar's pride looked to their leader, uncertainty flickering in their eyes. They had seen the toll constant conflict had taken on them, and Leo's words resonated with their unspoken desires for peace. Scar, sensing the shift in his pride, reluctantly nodded. For now, we will stand down, Scar growled. But do not mistake this for weakness, Leo. Leo nodded, relief washing over him. Together, we can be stronger than ever before. The weeks that followed were challenging. Trust needed to be built between the two prides, and old wounds had to heal. Leo and Scar met regularly, discussing ways to share resources and ensure the safety and prosperity of both prides. It was not an easy journey, but Leo's unwavering commitment to peace and Scar's grudging respect for his strength paved the way for a fragile but growing alliance. Leo's pride began to see the benefits of this new way of living. The young lions learned from both prides, honing their skills and strengthening their bonds. The Serengeti, once a battleground, became a shared haven where animals of all kinds could thrive without fear of constant war. One evening, as the sun set over the golden plains, Leo stood atop a hill, gazing at the harmonious scene before him. Scar approached, his usual scowl softened. "You were right, Leo," Scar admitted quietly. "There is strength in peace." Leo smiled, the weight of his responsibilities feeling lighter than ever. "We are stronger together, Scar. This is just the beginning." As the two lions stood side by side, watching their prides mingle and play, they knew they had forged a new path. A path where the pursuit of peace was their greatest strength and the avoidance of conflict their greatest victory. The golden plains of the Serengeti had witnessed the dawn of a new era, one where harmony reigned and the echoes of war were but a distant memory.